All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Allen is complete to Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Round 80! 42! I don't even know why this team showed up.
On first down, Harding.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down now, it's Manning. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Allen's throw is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offenses.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Second and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, line it. 15 line. Shoot. Greystone, travel. 6 down. Check 6 down. Snap.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr. there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And he's going to go down again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
I can tell you what, when he popped out shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
42. Not today, you are. Not today. Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Vikings' 13-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley, 46 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, right side. Manning, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's That's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
We're in those golden high tops as well.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Got it. Mike, 44 is Mike. Check 6-6. Pull it high. Check. Hey, do. Play. 5.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
57. 319. 99, sweetheart.
From midfield, here's Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyreek Hill, 50 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be.
Now Barkley stripped of the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On second down, here's Barkley. Able to slither by. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That's good for the Vikings. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They find some open field here. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! Saquon Barkley with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Allen going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hicks. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10.
Box drop, box drop. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They'll drop the throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set up. 18 Gator. U2 bombers. U2 bombers.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Watch tight. There you go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Dancing to his, and the ball is knocked out, and the Bills have recovered.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Alert, alert, alert.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now the try here for the extra point. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Get that ball. Get that ball. 24 is the mic. Get ready. Buzz. 24. Get it.
2nd and 6. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Oh, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
4x3, 218, chop. Let's make these babies go.
He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Saquon Barkley with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he's gone 2-2 on us now at 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones able to run it, catch it, and produce. Big-time points put on the board by him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for the Bills. 57 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but now it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2 at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Manning, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Hey, Orbit. 57 to
first down, and they're going to throw without it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Break. Here we go. Man left. Hey, high 7.
He'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The toss out to Barkley. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Ready? 50, plant. Mike, 44. Ricky. Get it.
Now a run with Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll run with Cook. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run, Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. it just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. How about the game that he has compiled here? So he has the 2 receiving touchdowns, and now that is his 3rd rushing touchdown. 3 plus 2, 5 total.
I'm telling you, you and your math can't beat you on that one.
Yeah.
You got it down. But how about the diversity of the day he's had? Just what you pointed out. 3 on the ground, 2 catching them. What a performance.
What a performance. If I get my numbers and colors down, it's going to be a real threat.
Just always remember, color between the lines.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Allen, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Escapes the defender. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Strip the ball. Strip the ball.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
60 out.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Check 50.
Back to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Thielen is complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
It's our time.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Go!
Now Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Hey, Alpha! I'm trying to collect. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Get that. Hold.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. 60-or.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Set. 18, Gator. Move. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ready? 10 Lobo. 44.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good-sized play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
They'll come out in the pistol. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Blue draw Corker. Go.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Defense.
2nd and 5. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Keep it rolling.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Allen to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
Yeah.